There we go. So everybody get back to looking at page 19. So here we started talking about the Native Americans' beliefs. Remember, we talked about all their different cultures, and their cultures weren't about the food or the clothes. Like, we learned about all those things, and those things made up the culture. But it wasn't all about that. Tell me what it was all about for these Native Americans, Monte.
It was marriage?
Well, marriage was important to them, but the big thing that was most important to them overall, Alex? To please their spirits. It was their religious beliefs. Very good. So we have the heading, their belief in spirits. It talks about the different cultural groups and how each group, how they're scattered all over, they each had different beliefs, and we're going to discuss those a little bit more. So what did nearly every American Indian culture group believe in? You know how we believe in God because we're Christians. What did all of these Native American groups, what was their God, Izzy?
Kachina?
That was one of them, but overall, what was their God? Do you remember?
Mabel?
No. Think like just overarching, have all of it together. Spirits. I like how I had to be a ghost to get that one. Yeah, so almost every Native American group had one thing in common, and that was that they worshiped spirits. Kachina was one of the spirits. They worshiped many different types of spirits, and you pulled one from one of the previous groups that we talked about, so that's good. What did most Indian cultural groups believe about spirits? What do they believe about these spirits? Kaylin? They believe that they would help them grow crops. What else, Izzy?
They can control nature.
Yeah, that's a big one. They thought they can control every force of nature. Gracie?
That they can heal people.
Yes, like the shamans. They thought that they could heal people. Yes.
That they can keep the evil away.
Yes, all of the above. Every answer y'all just said, A-OK, spot on. That is definitely what most Indian cultures believed that the spirits would do for them. Now, all of those things are things that we know that God actually does for us, but of course their culture was different than ours, and that's okay. Everyone has different cultures. And we're learning about these different cultures, which is really interesting. So, why did many Indians try to please the spirits? Tia?
So that they don't flood anything?
I think that you're on the right track. Do you think that maybe they wanted to please the spirits?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think they wanted to please the spirits, so things like floods and catastrophes and stuff wouldn't happen. Yes, Izzy?
They needed to please them in order to have good health, success, and happiness.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. What might be the reasons that some tribes held beliefs similar to the truth about God of the Bible? Why do you think their beliefs kind of look like our beliefs? Anybody? Anybody even want to guess? Gracie?
Maybe because,
Okay, let's look here at page 19. In one of the last sentences in the last paragraph, it says, "It may be that some of these tribes remembered fragments of truth about God that their ancestors from the Tower of Babel had once known." Remember when we started this whole conversation, we talked about the Tower of Babel and how these crazy people thought that they could build something so high that they could get to God. Can we get to God?
No.
Can we build any structure that's going to get us up there?
No.
No. We can climb to the top of the Empire State Building. We're not going to get to God. But these folks were cray-cray, and they thought, I'm going to build and build and build and build. And God said,
No.
Nope.
And not all of it down. He kicked it
And he didn't necessarily, he did destroy it, but he also scattered everybody out. Remember, everybody spoke the same language. When he scattered them out, did they still speak the same language?
No.
Nope. That's how we got to different regions of the world. That's how we came to a point that we spoke different languages. Remember, we talked about how some people, I know some people in this room right now can speak 2 languages.